So I'll discuss about now a more property, that is frequency shifting. Okay. We have to learn this property, and we should remember also, because it will help to solve some problem. We can easily say what is the Fourier transform of some signal. Okay. Like if what frequency shifting property says, if xt has Fourier transform as x of omega, then if you multiply some exponential term, this complex exponential signal to the power omega t with the xt, then our frequency component will be shifting. Here property is frequency shifting, means we have to shift the frequency component. Here plus is there, so we will get minus here. Okay, right shifting in the frequency component. If we multiply e to the power j omega naught t, if we take minus omega naught t xt, then our resultant frequency component would be omega plus omega naught. Okay, we are shifting the frequency component signal to the right or to the left by multiplying this exponential term with the xt. Okay, here minus is there, here plus will come. Here plus, if plus is there, here minus will come. Okay, so let me give a simple problem. Okay, by using this property, we can easily find the Fourier transform of cos omega naught t. Okay, suppose xt is cos omega naught t. By easily we can find the Fourier transform of cos omega naught t. How? We know that one has Fourier transform. How much? Can anybody say? The Fourier transform of constant signal 1 has twice pi del of omega. This thing you should know. I have given in the previous classes that Fourier transform of 1 is twice pi del of omega. Okay. When we multiply this 1 with e to the power j omega naught t, when we multiply this 1 with e to the power j omega naught t, then what will happen in the frequency domain? It will be shift the omega component. Omega, it will plus is there, so minus will become here. It will shift the frequency component. Okay, if we multiply 1 with e to the power j omega. Similarly, if we multiply minus j omega naught t 1, then what will become? Twice pi del omega plus omega naught will come. Okay, since we have to multiply this signal, here xt is 1. Okay, that's why if you multiply this exponential term with this variation has come in the frequency domain. Okay, now if you sum up these two signal, okay, if you sum j omega naught t plus e to the power minus j omega naught t, and if you divide by 2, so you have to sum and divide, sum, it will give how much? Pi delta omega, take pi common, 2 plus delta omega plus omega naught. Okay, this thing is nothing but cos omega naught t plus omega naught plus del omega plus omega naught. Okay, similarly you can find sin omega naught t also. Okay, using this is there any doubt? It's clear how we can here you can use this frequency shifting property. Okay, and we can derive using this frequency shifting property. We can derive the Fourier transform cos omega naught t. Okay, As well as we can find the sine omega naught t also. Just you try. It's clear. Can I proceed with the next page?
Yes, sir.
Take 9 number property, that is conjugation property. This property says if Fourier transform of x of t is x of omega, then conjugation star means conjugation, okay, conjugate of the signal, then this will be x of star minus omega, okay. Take another property, multiplication of a signal, okay. If x of t has Fourier transform of x of omega and y of t has Fourier transform y of omega, then if you multiply the signal x of t into y of t, then our Fourier transform would be 1 by twice by x of omega convolution y of omega. Okay. If convolution is there at the time domain, then here multiplication will become. If multiplication in the time domain, then convolution will become here. Okay, like that you can remember. So this is not the property, this is a theorem. Like, let me give. I have given the theorem of Parseval's in the Fourier series. Parseval's theorems exist in the, Fourier transform also. I have discussed this Parseval's theorem in Fourier series also. This Parseval's theorem says the power in the frequency domain is similar with the power in the this time domain. Okay, time domain, and I have given the one equation also. So similar equation can be given in terms of Fourier transform also. So you can write that statement once again, that Parseval's theorem states that the total power in frequency domain is equal to the total power in the time domain. Okay. So what is the or power, or you can write here energy also. Okay. In power, you just write slash energy. Why I have energy? Because a periodic signal deal with the energies. Okay. So relation says minus infinity to infinity mod of x of t whole square dt is nothing but 1 by twice pi integration minus infinity to infinity mod of x of omega whole square dt d omega. This is the energy in the aperiodic signal. Okay, so this is energy in the frequency domain signal. Okay, this is the Parseval's theorem. Is it clear? Till now, I am this completed this unit, this Fourier transforms topic. Okay. Do you have any doubt from this Fourier transform? So I'll discuss about sampling in the next class. I've solved some problems for okay, and I have given the properties also, and how we can use this property to solve the problem. I have solved some problem also related with this property. And if you have any doubt, you can ask.